we will start with. So everyone, welcome to this mechanical engineer meetup. And today's topic for this meetup is career development and employment. Okay, and first of all, I want to welcome our two guests. First of all, first is Anand Kulshreshtha, who have completed his BTech in 2018 uh, and joined the Indian Railways as a section engineer. And next is Rajat Kumar, and who have completed his BTech in the mechanical engineering in 2019, and then he did his masters from the NIT Hamirpur. After that, he joined the IIT Indore as the PhD scholar. So I really want to welcome both of you. And so before starting this, I want to start with the agenda. Okay, and I will start to first of all question from both of you. First, I am going for the Anand, and then I am going for the Rajat. Anand, first of all, tell me what makes you to join Indian Railways or any government job or government engineering job after the BTech. What makes you? What make up? How you make up your mind to that I have to go for this particular job?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name is Anand Kushresht, and I thank Sanjeet and his friend Sandeep Tripathi sir to welcome me on this stage so that I can speak about the topic today. So, what made me go for railways? It is a question which should be answered in a way that railway gives the maximum jobs in India. So when I passed in 2018, I go for Made coaching in Delhi. Why Made coaching? Because the concept which were taught in our college were not so clear. So I really know that I need coaching so that I can crack any technical exam. Am I here? I am audible to everybody?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So when I reach Delhi, I come to know that we have not been taught in a way that a competitive student should be taught. So when I completed my coaching, I realized that I will not be able to crack GATE or IES in 2 to 3 years because they need more time, they need more energy, as well as a better concept and logic. But I need a job in 1 to 2 years because I know my financial conditions, as well as I know my caliber that I will need time. I am not in a position to spend 3 to 4 years in Delhi. So in the end of 2018, there were 13,000 vacancies filled by and the forms filled by 20 lakh students.
Yeah, right.
So these 13,000 vacancies catch my eye, and I came to know that if I have to achieve something, first I have to crack this exam. If I am not, I am worth nothing because 13,000 vacancies of such a good pay grade will not come in future. So I focused on that and practiced from the scratch because in engineering we are not taught history, civics, polity. These are the common subjects which are weak. And when I saw the papers of Indian Railways, it was really easy. The thing which is a plus point, they don't ask English, and and that made me clear that in English I always score around 50% to 60 marks in competition. So it was a very good lucky chance for me to crack the exam. So in my first attempt, I was able to crack the exam. It was an accident by chance. I was uh, not focused on railways. I have many other options, but I was not able to crack them.
Actually, that what I am taking from this particular conversation that so you're saying that Indian Railway job would be much easier if someone is preparing for GATE, and if someone is focusing for the GATE, Indian Railways is something like a very easy job, easy paper to crack for them.
It's not easy. We have to, if we have done a good practice for GATE and IES,
Yeah.
then you will be able to crack the exam below them very easily. Many of my friends with me done the same coaching, utilized the same amount of time, gave the same exam, but they were not able to clear it because there was a lack of focus. They were busy in 2 3 exams that I will do GATE, I will do IES, I will do RRB JEE, I will do SSC JEE. You have to focus on only one exam.
Right. Set a goal, basically.
Yeah, you
Set a
need
goal
to
for
set a goal.
that. Okay. I will go to Rajat for that. Rajat, I know you that you have finished your BTech in 2019, and then you went for preparation of the GATE exam, and after that you just I think you have admitted in the NIT Hamirpur in 2020. Yeah, as I have told from your profile. And in
Yes.
2020, you went for the NIT Hamirpur. After the 2 years of the MTech NIT Hamirpur, you then went for the PhD. Okay. So my question from you is
Yes.
that what makes you that rather than taking any job or rather than going for any job, what makes you to go for the PhD after the masters?
Okay. Thank you. So first of all, Sandeep sir and Sandeep sir for providing this platform to share my experience. So first we say that first I have heard about the GATE, frankly speaking, in sixth semester. At that time, I also heard about the PSU recruiting the engineer from the GATE. So I prepared for the started preparing for a GATE. At that time, I set only one placement drive. I got placed, but as all know the mechanical engineering scenario, I got in place. I placed in a IT sector company. So, but I want to be joined as a mechanical engineer in any company, but I not cracked any exam. So then I prepared for GATE in 2019-20. First, in my BTech, my GATE score is I think 26 marks. It means I have not even qualified. Then
In
I've
the first
decided
attempt.
to go for preparing. Yes, in my first attempt. So then I go for preparing. Then in second attempt, I got 48 marks. As you all know, with these marks, there is no PSU which can hire me. So I decided to do MTech and apply for NIT as a CCMT counseling. Then I got in my first round, I easily got my MTech and choose NIT Hamirpur as an thermal engineering branch. So after the communication with the superior and the senior, there are a lot of project pending. You know about the prep project which is funded by many organization, many central government project which are pending in
Yeah.
IITs and NITs. They need researcher. They want to have you as a researcher. So then I decided to go for PhD so I can attach with the mechanical field. So that's why I choose PhD.
So that's is the reason you have gone for the PhD rather than going for the job. And you are also
Yes,
interested for
yes.
the research because I know that you also got
And
placed in the IT industry. I think I can take him. You got placed in the Infosys
yes,
in the campus placement only. Okay, and you
yes,
left that job and you went for the gate option. That is very inspiring kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, for
yes,
that. Anand, I want to ask you that when we go for the government job preparation, it's not just the technical thing because if you go for the gate preparation, it's always the technical knowledge that yeah, first year to fourth year, all engineering mechanics, thermodynamics, applied thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, machinery, all things. But when we go for the government job, either it's ES or it's any kind of government job, they also ask for the polity and political science, geography, and all these things. So what was your preparation strategy there? Okay, how you managed, because that was totally new for any engineering student. Okay, so how you manage that preparation?
So to tell my strategy, we have to go to the third year of my college. From third year, I was able to know that I need to do something because I was a third tier college, I was knowing that there are placement like Infosys, a company Windmola Hochler, and Vabag. These were the three major companies. I set for all. I didn't clear Infosys. I was rejected in Windmola in interview round. I cleared Vabag written. I was rejected in the GD round. So I was knowing that I have capability, but something is stopping me from taking a job. I had left with no options. Then I searched the internet, find the list of jobs that I was in technical. I have GATE, IES. In non-technical, there was SSC, CGL. Till now, I didn't know about IAS, PCS, or any other civil services exam, and I was not focused about them. So in my third year, I tried for GATE. First, I tried for GATE. In fourth year, I was one of the in the few I was able to clear GATE with 35 marks in the fourth year. There was few students in my class who were taking coaching, but I didn't take coaching in the fourth year. But I know it was less. So I tried for SSC CHSL, which is a 12th based exam, in which I tried to read from YouTube videos. I was 20 marks less than the cutoff score. So I know I was nowhere. I am not good at technical. I was not good at non-technical. So I need to focus on something which so that I can clear something. But I had no option in my fourth year, so I have to go for coaching. It was also a last time decision that when you don't have option, you have to select one thing. So I go for Made Easy. I was not knowing anything that I will be selected or not. In my first attempt, I got GATE marks 51, which is also not a good score. So in then I focused on non-technical because I was knowing that now I have to go for RRB which came in 2018 in the end in December.
Yeah.
It got polity, history, geography, and quant, reasoning, science. So I was zero. I was zero at all these subjects because in usually engineering graduates don't focus on these subjects.
Right.
So we have to first understand that you have to go through a basic course. You'd have, everybody will suggest you go for Lucent. It is a very small book. Every fact is written. Until your memory is so strong, then only you will able to cram them up. But if you have to go logically, you have to get a story behind it. Suppose, for example, I gave you there was a battle by Muhammad bin Qasim in 712 AD. So we have to first understand that why Muhammad bin Qasim came to India, because Dahir was the king. Whenever the ship passes near Pakistan, where you see that we have a ocean, Pakistan and India beside Gujarat. Whenever the ship came, Dahir used to attack it.
Right.
Without purpose. Without purpose, he attacked it. So Muhammad bin Qasim became angry and came to India and invaded it, and our northwestern frontier was now in contact with all the Persian powers which can come through India. Until then, no one was coming. So
Right.
we have to get the logic. We don't in every subject we have to take the logic. It's not mechanical engineering which got the logic.
So
Every
rather than
subject is
going for the just learning something or just
yeah
copying something, you
cramming
have to go for the
yeah
logic and
logic
understanding that. So understanding that will be easier way and will be the quick way rather than just go for the rectification of anything.
yeah
Uh,
you have to go with you have to cram some things, but if you are able to get a logic, a small logic, then you will able to I learned this thing 3 to 4 years back during my preparation. It was, but I still remember that a story behind that. It is the main thing before cracking any government exam. The 2 3 things more I want to tell, that every topper will tell you a list of books that you have to study, but no one will tell you that what extra things you have to do so that you can crack this exam. In RRBJ there were 20 lakh students. 20 lakh, I still remember. And I was afraid when I calculated you have to be in 0.05
Yeah, very less
in the
probability of the
percent,
selection. Yeah.
0.05% so that you can be selected. So what I do, that everybody was studying to 8 to 10 hours, 6 hours about their capacity. But the thing you have to do that you have to take out time so that you can beat the others. When in Delhi, when I was in my mess, it took 1 hour so that I can eat my food. Everybody was talking. They were asking illogical questions which are so difficult that they will not come in exam. So I got a PDF from Amazon about the maximum marks, because in RRB they 35 marks, in non-technical it was coming from general science. There was an exam which held just 1 year before, technician plus ALP exam by RRB, just 6 to 7 months before. I take out the PDF in my phone. All the general science questions, there are 3,000 to 4,000 questions. In that 1 hour, I used to go for 10 to 15 questions before my lunch and dinner. 10 to 15 questions daily without fail. That give me an extra edge. These small things every topper do, but they don't tell,
Right.
because these are the things which will give you an upper hand above the candidate, because everyone is studying, everyone want to get the job, but the person who will get the government job only if he do something extra.
Something out of the line.
And you don't have to do something that you have to that is not in your routine. I i usually see YouTube videos, any motivational videos that time. If many will give advice, take a page, write something that you have to remember and put in your pocket. But you can't carry a page every time, because but you will carry your phone, because now everyone is addicted with the phone.
Yeah, right.
You have to take small things in your phones at the free time and read them again and again.
Right.
The one thing which our coaching should teach us, they don't teach us how to study, they don't teach us syllabus. Because every if you go to everywhere they will teach the same thing, but what they teach us is consistency, the art of revision, and what you have to study in a small period of time.
So there should be an extra effort from our side to crack some government engineering
And
exams.
you have to search inside you that what extra effort you can do in your routine, because every topper will have a different routine and different strategies. You cannot copy anyone, you have to find them inside you.
Right.
What things you can do extra, you can go for a run. But why? Because the second thing was, when I used to run on treadmill in Delhi so that I can be fit. On the running in treadmill I used to get 5 to 10 points which I have to cram during running. When I cram, so that there was a very intense pressure, you have to run, you are sweating, and if you able to remember 5 to 10 points, then definitely in exam, if there is lots of pressure, you will able to remember that time also.
So
These two
handling the
things,
pressure is also a thing.
yeah,
Right.
you
So
have to handle the pressure.
by handling the pressure, I want to come to Rajat. Rajat, you have cracked the gate in 2019, and then you got admitted in NIT Hamirpur. So if in generalization, if you know that the mechanical engineering gate is one of the most difficult gate exam, if we compare with the other branches, with the maximum number of subject we have in the mechanical engineering, and there will be a lot of pressure because maximum number of student is also giving the gate exam. सबसे ज्यादा लोग गेट एग्जाम देते हैं इन द मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग. सो माय क्वेश्चन इज दैट आपकी प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रेटजी क्या थी, क्या कैसे, हाउ यू प्रिपेयर एंड हाउ यू कोप अप विद एवरीथिंग एंड एंड what was your preparation strategy, how you cope up with this pressure, because you have given 2 times the gate exam, and you were preparing from the third year for this gate exam. So what was your strategy? You are on mute, Rajat.
Okay, sir. सबसे पहले, sir, I would say it's a myth about uh, that with number of lot of number of subject, don't go with number. Go with the concept in a game. Don't go the number of subject or number of student, because in a gate approximate 45 to 55 marks are easy to get if you follow the basic things, uh, like basic equation, basic formulas, and covering the basic concept, and making your own handwritten short notes. That's the basic thing. And solving the previous year with short notes, and solving the previous year question from the test series. And as we can see the trend that approximate 1 lakh to 1.5 lakh student appeared for the GATE exam in mechanical engineering, in which we can say approximate 50 to 55% of the people uh, इसमें से कुछ प्रेशर में आके फॉर्म फिल कर देते हैं, यू कैन से दैट.
Right.
एंड कुछ लोग फर्स्ट टाइम एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए फिल करते हैं कि लेट्स ट्राई. As I said, if you know the basic and fundamental, you can score 45 to 50 marks. And और अगर आप somehow टेस्ट सीरीज देने के बाद 60 क्रॉस कर गए, देन आपका कंपटीशन वहीं पर आपका अप्रोक्सीमेट 2000 पर्सन आपके पास होंगे जिनका आपसे कंपटीशन होगा. देन वी कैन से दैट इट्स नॉट एज टफ एज वी मेड इट. दो देन आपको फोकस रहना होगा, फोकस करना होगा थिंग्स पर. एंड आफ्टर दैट you have to correct all the question. And so there is no negative marking. नेगेटिव मार्किंग का बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्ट पड़ता है. अगर आप एक नंबर भी, अगर आप 2 से 3 क्वेश्चन गलत कराते हैं तो आपकी रैंक 1000 में खिसक आती है, पीछे चली आती है. सो आपको इस चीज में फोकस करना होगा.
So rather than going for solving all the question, we have to go for
solving all the
yeah,
question,
solving the question that we all we are
what
very
you know.
confident about. Yeah, right. Okay, and the thing is, second thing is that we do not have to focus that how many people are giving or how many subjects we have.
No.
But how about subject? Because in the if you go for the electrical engineering, electronics engineering, there are 8 subjects, 9 subjects. But mechanical there is 16, 14 or 16 subjects total in the GATE exam. So वो कभी concern रहा क्या कहते हैं GATE exam में कि हाँ इतने सारे subjects हैं, how to cover all these things?
So basically a lot of subject, but you have focused on some strong subject like Tom theory of machine and mathematics, which covered 15 marks out of 100, and fluid mechanics, which is also covered 6 to 8 marks. And in 2022 I've seen that heat transfer covered 6 to 8 marks. So these are the basic subject, and you have to prepare for the quant portion, which also covered quant and English, which also covered the 15 marks. So if you learn these subjects, you can easily get 50 to 60 marks. And after if you want to score more, then you have to go all the subject. But if you want to score 55 to 60 marks, then these are sufficient subject. And also the manufacturing also covered the 12 to 14 marks. Manufacturing.
Right. So we have to also get to know that कि previous year questions paper में कैसे कैसे questions आए हैं और क्या क्या questions आ रखे हैं. So that we also need to focus. Am I right? Okay. Okay. So Anand, next question from my side will be that is the last question that I want to ask, that you have been selected before the pandemic, and we want to address that elephant in the room, that pandemic of the 2 years that we have gone through. So आप pandemic के पहले you got selected. Okay, and after that in the 2020 there comes the pandemic, and there is a lot of competition, become a lot of people, you are talking about 20 lakh people now, many people are giving the exam. So have you think that there should be a change in this strategy of people after the pandemic to get the job in the mechanical engineering sector, or there should be something else that they are need more focus, they need to be more working more for these things, these government exams? There should be anything.
पहले तो यार हमें ये देखना होगा कि हम लोग को प्राइवेट में जाना है कि एक गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर में जाना है। अगर प्राइवेट सेक्टर में जाना है तो मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर को ये देखना होगा कि वो एक कारखाने में ना जाए जहाँ पे उसको सुपरवाइजर बनाया जाए, जहाँ पे उसे सिर्फ देखना है कि उसका वर्कर काम कर रहा है कि नहीं। उसे एक ऐसी जगह पे जाना पड़ेगा जहाँ पे उसकी स्किल डेवलप हो। अगर उसने थर्मोडायनेमिक्स पढ़ी है तो वहाँ पे वो लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास, फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स, इन सब का एप्लीकेशन को देख पाए। क्योंकि जब इन चीजों को अपने रिज्यूमे में डालेगा तभी आगे आगे इंटरव्यू में सेलेक्ट होगा। मैंने जितने भी इंटरव्यू दिए मेरे कॉलेज टाइम में, उन लोगों को सिर्फ एक ही चीज चाहिए थी कि जो इसने पढ़ा हुआ है ये इसे कहीं पे अप्लाई कर सकता है क्या, कहीं पे भी अप्लाई कर देगा तो वो आपको सेलेक्ट कर लेंगे इंटरव्यू में। अगर आप कॉलेज में हैं या आप किसी प्राइवेट कंपनी में जा रहे हैं, मेरे कई दोस्त ने मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग की कंपनी में काम किया, वहां पे उन लोगों से लेबर को बस देखना सिखाया जा रहा था। तो वो ऐसे जॉब्स को आपको नहीं लेना है। आपके पास कोई सोर्स है उसके थ्रू आप किसी कंपनी में जाइए कोर मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग की, आपका सैलरी पैकेज 5 से 6 लाख के अराउंड रहेगा, धीरे धीरे बढ़ेगा। क्योंकि एनआईटी और आईआईटी वाले एनआईटी के बच्चे जब देते हैं उनको भी 7 से 8 लाख कोर कंपनी में, जैसे बॉश वगैरह हो गई, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग को थोड़ा कम पैकेज से स्टार्ट होता है। तो इसलिए आप लोगों को कम पैकेज पे परेशान नहीं होना है और जितनी कोर कंपनी आपके कॉलेज में आ रही है उसमें जान लगा देनी है। क्योंकि एक बार कॉलेज से आपको कोर कंपनी मिल गई तो आपको बाहर नहीं भटकना, आपके वो साल प्लस में चले जाएंगे। जितने भी साल आपने 2 साल 3 साल वो आपको एक एक्स्ट्रा एज देंगे। प्लस आपको अगर गवर्नमेंट में जाना है और पेंडेमिक का बात है तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर में थोड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम आई है। क्योंकि इंडिया जो इकोनॉमी है उसमें हमारे पास प्राइमरी सेक्टर है, प्राइमरी सेक्टर मतलब फार्मिंग वगैरह, और उसके बाद टर्शियरी सेक्टर है। बीच का जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर है जिसको हम सेकेंडरी सेक्टर कहते हैं, उसकी बहुत ज्यादा इंडिया में कमी है। तो इसलिए हमारे पास जो मैकेनिकल की जॉब्स हैं वो थोड़ी कम होती हैं, दे आर टफ टू क्रैक। यू हैव टू गो लाइक, अगर आपको जी जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक एक बहुत अच्छी कंपनी है मैकेनिकल की, उसके लिए वो सब एमटेक मांगती है। अगर आप किसी एनआईटी आईआईटी से थर्मोडायनेमिक्स डिजाइन वगैरह में अगर आप एक अच्छा कोर्स कर लेते हैं तो आपको जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक हो गई, थर्मिट हो गई, थर्मैक्स हो गई, ऐसी जो बहुत सारी कंपनियां हैं जो एमटेक ग्रेजुएट प्रेफर करती हैं। क्योंकि उनको पता है कि बीटेक से जब लड़का आ रहा है वो कंपेटेबल ही नहीं है, क्योंकि उसको इंडस्ट्री के बारे में कोई ज्यादा नॉलेज नहीं है। दूसरा, अगर हम गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स के लिए जाएं तो पेंडेमिक के बाद जॉब आने की फ्रीक्वेंसी कम हुई है। लोग अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट जितने पहले थे अभी भी उतने हैं। आपको कंपटीशन से कभी भी नहीं डरना है। क्योंकि जो अगर 20 लाख मैं ले रहा हूँ उसमें से 10 लाख ने प्रिपरेशन की होगी, वो सिर्फ 10 लाख ने प्रिपरेशन की होगी, 8 लाख एग्जाम देने गए होंगे। उसमें से उस 8 लाख में से 6 से 7 लाख लोग ही बहुत ज्यादा प्रिपरेशन के साथ एग्जाम दिया होगा। प्लस आपको सारे एग्जाम को एनलिस्ट कर लेना है। जैसे कोई भी एसएससी जेई आरआरबी जेई की तैयारी नहीं करता, लोग तैयारी करते हैं गेट और आईएएस की। तो हमेशा आपको एक बड़ा एग्जाम चूज करना है अगर आप टेक्निकल में है। अगर नॉन टेक्निकल में है, अगर आपकी इंग्लिश वगैरह ज्यादा अच्छी नहीं है तो आप पीसीएस के लिए जा सकते हैं। पीसीएस में क्या होगा, आपका सारा नॉन टेक्निकल पेपर सिलेबस कंप्लीट हो जाएगा। तो उसके नीचे की जो जॉब्स हैं लोअर पीसीएस प्लस पेट वाली, वो भी आपकी क्लियर हो जाएंगी अगर आपने पीसीएस की तैयारी कर ली है मन से। और अगर आपने यहाँ पे गेट और आईएएस की तैयारी मन से कर ली है तो डेफिनेटली आपका जो नीचे का एग्जाम है, जैसे आरआरबी जेई हो गया, एसएससी जेई हो गया, उसके बाद यूपीपीसीएल जेई हो गया, उसके बाद यूपीपीसीएल एई हो गया, पॉलिटेक्निक लेक्चरर हो गया, ये सब बीटेक मांगते हैं। और ये सारे वन ऑफ द बेस्ट जॉब्स है इंडिया में। तो इनकी तैयारी आपकी हो जाएगी। हमेशा बड़े गोल को ले, सीट्स की चिंता ना करें, कंपटीशन की चिंता ना करें, मन से तैयारी का मतलब है यार आपको अंदर से पता होना चाहिए आप किसी को धोखा नहीं दे रहे हैं। क्योंकि अगर जिसने भी एक ढंग से तैयारी की है उसका सिलेक्शन तय है। कुछ लोग तैयारी करते हैं क्योंकि यार घर से प्रेशर होता है या जॉब चाहिए, लेकिन वो पूरे एफर्ट्स नहीं डालते। पूरे एफर्ट्स में आपको अपनी हेल्थ भी सही करनी है, आपको इफेक्टिवली पढ़ना है, आपके पास हर दिन का रूटीन होना चाहिए। अगर आप जिस दिन बीमार पड़ जाएंगे तो उस दिन आपको क्या करना है, अगर जिस दिन आप लेट उठेंगे उस दिन आपको क्या क्या पढ़ना है, उस दिन आपका टाइम टेबल क्या होना चाहिए, जिस दिन आपके रूम में लाइट नहीं रहेगी उस दिन आपको कैसे पढ़ाई करनी है। हर दिन का जब आपके पास टाइम टेबल होगा, रूटीन होगा, आप पहले से एक दिन पहले से डिसाइड कर लेंगे आपको क्या पढ़ना है, कोई आपकी सक्सेस को रोक नहीं सकता। आपका एक ना एक एग्जाम निकलेगा ही निकलेगा। जो लोग बोलते हैं यार टफ है, उन्होंने ये सारे एफर्ट किए ही नहीं। उन्होंने टाइम टेबल बनाया लेकिन उनके दरवाजे पे चिपका रह गया, उन्होंने फॉलो नहीं किया।
So basically, what we have to do is कि we have to set a goal, or we do not have to become more rigid that we have to prepare for GATE and IES, and we do not have to become rigid that I have to go there only. Because if I want a job, I have to enter anything. I can enter RRBJ, I can enter SSCJ. That is the main strategy behind all this, right? Okay. So that's it. Rajat, the last question that I want to ask from you is, uh, what kind of preparation strategy you give to people, and how, what is the procedure, that the one procedure you have told me about, that the procedure of the research project कि एमटेक के बाद आप रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट में चले जाओ और वहां से पीएचडी कर सकते हो। व्हाट विल बी द सेकंड प्रोसीजर, और व्हाट विल बी द एनी अदर प्रोसीजर जो कि एमटेक के बाद फॉलो या मास्टर्स के बाद फॉलो कर सकते हैं या डायरेक्ट ग्रेजुएशन के बाद फॉलो कर सकते हैं फॉर गोइंग फॉर द पीएचडी?
So if you going for a research as a researcher, so first we can say it's not as much difficult to get PhD in India in reputed institute like IITs and NITs. In my time, I have basically no idea, or you can say less information about what I do, even having a less mark in the GATE as 47, 48 marks. So if you have basic conceptual knowledge, you can get easily PhD. After BTech, you have direct enter into PhD in IITs or NITs. They basically required a basic knowledge and statement of purpose, and you also have research proposal. Then you can get into direct PhD, or you can go for a dual degree program run by IIT as 5 to 6 years, depend on the IITs and depend on your project. It takes almost 5 to 6 years. You can get a degree of MTech and as well as PhD degree. So in either cases, you will face a written exam and also an interview test. Some some IITs take only interview, basically second generation IITs. Second generation, it means new IITs. They will ask about the basic core knowledge, like in, as we take an example of heat transfer, like they asked about the difference between the Nusselt number and Biot number, and laminar flow, turbulent flow, improved fluid mechanics, streamline, streamline flow. If you go after MTech, then most of the question comes from the MTech project, and वहाँ से आपको प्रोजेक्ट रिलेटेड कुछ भी बेसिक में आपसे पूछ सकते हैं, और बेसिक से प्रोजेक्ट से बेसिक से आपका अच्छे क्वेश्चन जो बनते हैं वहाँ से आपका इंटरव्यू क्रैक होगा. So in my case, there is a one written exam and one is a interview round. So there's, I think, 5 to 6 people, panel of 5 to 6 people take my interview, and after that one is a telephonic interview, and after that there is a presentation about what we did in MTech project. So you can easily get a PhD. And there is another, you can go for a JRF Junior Research Fellowship after MTech. So you have to search on IIT's वेबसाइट. आप लोग IITs की वेबसाइट पे जाकर सर्च कर सकते हैं कौन सा प्रोजेक्ट किससे फंडेड है, कहाँ से आ रहा है वो प्रोजेक्ट. आप लोग डायरेक्ट JRF के लिए
और किसके अंडर है,
दे सकते, किसके
राइट?
अंडर आपको आपको प्रोजेक्ट करना है. So you can easily get a JRF. Not easily, but you can have, as I say, the basic conceptual knowledge.
राइट.
You
सो
can get
बेसिकली हम डायरेक्ट जेआरएफ के लिए भी अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, एंड देन दैट इज
yes,
आल्सो वे टू गो फॉर द पीएचडी.
after MTech you can easily get JRF. Yes, after JRF you can convert into JRF into PhD. Then yes.
So that is the question that are the questions that I wanted to ask, and that is the question that I have got from so many people on our also website. I have Sandeep with me, Anthony with me. If you guys want to ask any question from Anand or Rajat, you guys can go on. Or after that, we can wrap up the meetup. Okay, so all right, let's. I will wrap this meetup. First of all, thank you so much, Anand, and thank you so much, Reb, for giving us time and sharing your journey, sharing your insights and equally. This video, this whole meetup will going to be on YouTube live, and many people will get to know this, will get to see this. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for the meetup. Thank you so much, everyone, who have joined. Okay. Thank you, and I wish you all the best and
Thank you.
very, very good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Anand. Thank you, Raj. Thank you.
Thank you so much.